I'll be going over another Star Wars CCG deck here. This deck actually, let's see, what day am I filming this? July 13th or something like that. In a couple days, they're gonna nuke one of the effects I use here, but I suppose the effect actually isn't all that critical for what I try to do in this deck. Yeah, it's the Brave Resistance ones. That card's going to be blanked. Gives me some bonus force generation, and it also allows me to cycle characters through my deck. But the idea here is I actually wanted to play a deck that had Graveyard of Giants in it very rarely. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen anyone else actually play this card, but more or less, if starships or vehicles at Jakku or on Jakku go to the lost pile, they instead go here. And then if you force trade on Jakku, you can place a card that's stacked on this card, Graveyard of Giants. You can place that card in your lost pile and then retrieve force. Actually, it's the other way around. It's you retrieve the force and then you place a card that is on here in your lost pile. So you're essentially scavenging cards from your lost pile to represent all those starships and vehicles that got shot down in the Battle of Jakku, whenever that was. And he's got an interesting space deck going. So set your course for Alderaan, one of my favorite objectives. And he's able to get out Slave 1 pretty early. It's always nice on the first turn. And I have two of the key cards in the deck already. So I got the T-16, and which can move as a react, and then Covert Landing, which adds a Battle Destiny with a shuttle. So I kind of like these T-16s since they get they only got one power, but they can move as a react. They have an okay destiny, deploy 2, forfeit 4, and I can add a Battle Destiny with them. And then, yeah, if I lose them from a battle with 4 forfeit, which isn't bad, I place them on Graveyard of Giants. The next time I force turn on Jakku, I can retreat with them. So I get Ray out. I kind of did this backwards. I should have done Ray after deploying Lando. I don't play old allies that often, so but I would say I've probably done that half the time I've played, where I deploy Ray after Lando. I should say Ray before Lando, and she lets you search through use pod, but I'm trying to stack up the Falcon here because I know he's going to attack me. And I'm pretty excited because if he attacks me, I can deploy Finn as a react for free. And here comes Vader and his ship. It's going to be a lot of space battling in this game. So he's going to retrieve when he initiates. I'm going to have to lose a force, and vice versa now. So there I go. I deploy Finn as a react, but he's got the Imperial Barrier. So Finn's got to sit this one out, which is a major bummer because I can't forfeit him either. I'm going to have to forfeit some other people. And then Vader cancels pose game tech, so I'm not adding a Battle Destiny. So I'm going to have to soak some hits here. Kind of use that Sith Fury a little early, so I luck out and only have to take six attrition. But he's totally immune to all that. So I get rid of Calrissian because he's got high forfeit, and then I got to lose a couple cards. Able to get solo, so I'm really liking my Falcon package here now, and got to remember to put my sights out. That's something I often forget to do. I don't put out my sights, and then I draw them for Destiny, even when it's free to put them out. And I get him to grab my rebel leadership. So there's a lot of good interrupts in this deck that it's kind of hard for Darkseid always to know which one to deploy. Not deploy, I mean grab. So I got 3 ability there. I'm going to add a Battle Destiny with Covert Landing. Solo's on the Falcon now. And we trade our retrieval. Yeah, sure, I'll spend a force to get that one back. Cancel pose text again, but now I'm adding 2 Battle Destiny. So I got four Battle Destinies going. He's got 2 though. And I got some nice high destinies there. Be nice to have Punch It in my hand, but don't have it this time. So 17 total Battle Destiny. He draws pretty low for the first one, but a 6 for the second one. So a couple of hits all the way around. Fortunately, I only have to lose 2 characters. So there goes Finn. I won't need Finn as much anymore because Finn is I already used that interrupt. It's going to be hard to get it back. But I got Ray and Solo together. They got high forfeit. They're adding a Battle Destiny. And that's the other nice thing about Graveyard of Giants is because you can literally steal their ships with their card that lets you steal cards off of Graveyard of Giants. But the other thing it lets you do is you like if they want to get that starship back with cards like No Escape or retrieve it somehow, it's stacked on Graveyard of Giants. They can't go get it from their lost pile like they normally would. But I'm able to play Keep Your Eyes Open here. You got to lose that card and 1 force, but he can't fire his weapon. He doesn't have immunity. I'm adding a Battle Destiny. He's got a second grabber. But with 2 Battle Destinies, the idea here is hopefully I just have to lose the T16. Hopefully I can draw high enough where I don't have to take any battle damage. And it looks like I do. So I lose the T16 with its 4 forfeit, which is perfect. Stack it on Graveyard of Giants. Now the Admiral's on the ground by himself, but I get to do a drain there. And then the Slave 1 is empty right now, so I could drain up in space too. Yeah, spend 1, retrieve 1, then I got to place a card that's on there on the lost pile. And he's already used both grabbers, so I might as well add 1 to my drain here. So a drain of 3. And now instead of being down with 4 cards to 10 in the lost pile, I'm at 3 or I'm only down by 2. Now I got scavengers out there, so that starts letting me stack cards. I'll pause that quick. Oops. So yeah, look, at the start of your turn, you may stack the top card of Lost Pile and Graveyard of Giants, and I have to have a scavenger there to do it. So even if I don't kill starships, hopefully I can hold that site with scavengers and basically retrieve 1 every turn. Well, every time I force drain, which sometimes can be more than 1 per turn, once per turn. So I'm hoping to get a Punch It here. Covert Landing I got, but I like all that stuff in my force piles, so I drew. Okay, apparently I already had a Punch It. I don't even remember getting that, but yeah, this game was a while ago, so I guess I misremember some things. But yeah, I got Punch It. I can't remember if I have 1 or 2 in the deck. but he's got a lot of stuff there. So do I. I'm only going to want to play one interrupt in this battle. So I'm all right with having only one card in my force pile. But yeah, with Punch It, I'm immune to attrition now. Drawing, I'm down by 5 power, but I'm drawing one extra battle destiny. So the question is, can I avoid the battle damage? And with Vader being gone, he's not adding 1 to each battle destiny anymore. And so he is able to redraw that with Tarkin. And then he gets a 5. So that's a good total, not great. How close to 26 can I get? Six is definitely nice. And getting that what eventually basically amounts to a 7 was a big deal there. So I actually win the battle. I don't have to take any attrition, and because I got those higher battle destinies, was able to make up the difference. Yeah, he's gonna have to lose way too much from there. So was able to win that game. I have no idea how the deck's going to go once I have to get rid of this. I mean, a couple times I use this card. Well, first of all, it gives you a lot of activation, but a couple times I had to use that card to go fish for characters I wanted. So I'll see how else do that. I used to do this with maneuvering flaps and a different kind of vehicle, but you can't add 1 battle destiny with covert landing with those. So I'll see where that ends up. But it was nice to play this version once before they nuke a Brave Resistance, as they do a change up to some objectives that have been too powerful lately. So hope you enjoyed this deck video and watching the game with me, and hope you tune in for more videos. Thanks for watching.